When he came home the last time and we talked, he's almost more open to get better and listen. And so I think in college, I think he will be able to improve because I think he's more coachable now than he ever has been. And some people don't ever. They get to college and that's it. They're
Yeah,
not going to improve. And I think he can because he is still coachable, even though he does some different things.
for sure. No, look, and I'm goofing about the style and
No,
stuff
yeah.
like that. But the truth of the matter is, good on you. Not just you and Coach Lawrence, but the rest of the people around him for kind of giving him some flexibility, no pun intended, um, in what he can do. Like there's a lot of coaches out there, especially guys who made their living like you, just digging an underhook and muscling people off the mat, that wouldn't be open to the idea of, look, man, if you reach back and pin somebody, go ahead, have at it. I mean, there's something to be said for that type of philosophy. Do you find yourself, because of his success, giving some of these kids a little bit more leeway earlier on?
Yeah, and you still want to show the basics, right? There's some basics to wrestling, and they've been like that. They worked 30, 40 years ago, and they're still working, and so you still want guys to have basics. But I watched Ness wrestle through college, so it's like, I mean, there was nothing basic about that dude, and you know, I don't, I don't really teach, but I'm not going to teach what he does because he had a ridiculous sense of what he did, and so it's just he's a more extreme example, but it's people do what they do, and you just got to try to build it. But there's some things that every like little kid will do, and it's like, okay, that really does not really work in high school unless or in college unless you're like the best in the country at it,
Mm-hmm.
or a top 0.5% of strength, so some of the things it's like, okay, you're giving them your hips here, so if you're going to do this, you might get picked up and slammed, but hey, if you're the best at it, go ahead and keep trying, but here's another alternative, and let's be able to do both,
Yeah.
so and kids get it, I think, eventually. So but you have to be flexible in any coaching and every kid, and not necessarily saying you can't do this, but hey, let's continue to evolve here and let's work on this as well because this will work for your whole life, and so not telling them they're wrong, it's just you know continue to evolve.
Here's a different way. Here's a here's another way. How about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.